Alright, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. A subscriber just called me on WhatsApp and left a message. I left about a 5-minute message on WhatsApp. And after listening to that message, I left him a message in return, but I feel like this is something I need to share with my audience. Now, this is concerning the 14-year-old or the 13-year-old boy that's in custody and the 9-year-old female that was found strangled and sexually assaulted in Westmoreland. Now, this brother said, SouFlo, trust me, a devil worship, them a devil worship, you know, and she was used as a sacrifice, okay? That little boy was a virgin, and the little girl was a virgin, and that plays a big part in the sacrifice. Him give me one whole bag of something, and in turn I told him this. I said, I am not doubting that these things happen, these sacrifices and all this, because he went on to tell me about them have altars that they carry the bodies and lay it on and all that. End of the day, this is my conclusion of that. Okay? I want people to understand certain things. I'm going to go really deep right now. I'm going to need you to hang on for the ride. First of all, I don't want to undermine anyone's intelligence. I truly do believe that things like what this subscriber was describing do happen. However, this job looked like an amateur job. Now remember, I have pictures of the scene. No professional or anybody of power, like he said, would not have left her there, even if they used that little boy to do that to her, would not have left her there, because she's left in the same neighborhood where she was victimized. Too easy of a comeback or trace back to the individual that was involved, and if he was used by someone, he might remember what had taken place and point fingers and call names. Furthermore, there are ways to make bodies disappear permanently where they cannot be found, especially if you have the resources to do so in Jamaica. What we want people to understand is this. The more we spend time paying attention to superficial things, is the more we let our ability to solve the issues go away. We're giving up our ability. It's like how we look outside of ourselves for help, and we're taught to cry out to the heavens and pray on some God from up there, so I go come down and solve everything, when the power is within us to solve everything. You know what I mean? I said, them say God help those who help themselves. So most people now look at it that way. They're looking at it as some man just go come help if you pray hard enough. And that mentality needs to come out of our people. I told him, I guarantee you a couple of things. And I said it on the live last night. One thing I said on the live last night was, I bet money that little boy had a smartphone. And I bet he had access to the internet. I don't know if people don't understand what the internet is, the web is, how powerful it is. Anything that your mind can conceive, if you type it in Google search, you're going to get pictures and friggin' videos, information of it. Anything. And don't underestimate our children's chain of thought. Right? Now, one time gone in Jamaica, right? Remember, I know, I've said hurt people hurt people. One time gone in Jamaica, when I was growing up, this was the saying. Bad man no par with batty man. Bad man no par with fish. Right? Fast forward now to 2018. I did a video about a year ago where I talked about the explosion of homosexuality in Jamaica and Jamaican culture. And yes, it had a lot to do with the internet and influence, outside influence creeping in, but it had more so to do with a long time the youth them a get molest off and rape off. So what we have now here is bad man no par with batty man no more, and bad man no par with fish no more. Bad man is batty man. Bad man is fish. You understand? So we're living in a time now where I've heard and seen on video where them say, oh, I'm not afraid to go to prison, no matter of fact, that's them for send me, because be a good body man in there. Like, them not afraid for murder you, them have them gun upon them. And then we tell you how bad them is, and then we bust it in your face. And don't run, go nowhere. Because if you send them go to prison, you send them go to camp. You send them on a nice vacation. Now, these boys that were being molested over all these years, could you imagine the rage? That little boy that did that to that girl, that 9-year-old girl, who's to say that little boy gonna get hold down and raped already? And this is his rage. This is how it came out. The mind gone into psychosis. He might try to tell himself, say, I've been molested by a man, but me and a batty man. So me I got prove to myself, say me and a batty man. Me a hold her and rape her. Or me a hold her and sex her off. And fight and tussle ensued and him strangle her to death. Unchecked and untreated. And this is the result that we get. Now, a lot of people didn't pay a lot of attention to that video when I did it. I think I did it about a year ago, a year and a half ago. But it's a serious video. It's a serious thing for us to think about. When we talk about rape and molestation in Jamaica, we always talk about little girls. But not too many people are talking about the boys. And the men that are raping off the boys and sexually molesting off the boys. And then these boys are enraged. And they get violent. You think it's a coincidence we have the whole suck your mother, bat boy? It's like and pardon my language, but this is where it's necessary. But it's like everything you say that they disagree with, the only thing they could ever think of to call you, and it's supposed to be a big disrespect, is ya batty man. Ya fishing up. At the forefront of their consciousness all the time. It's right there. Homosexual thoughts. And the first thing come off of their mind, batty man. For every disagreement. Nobody wants to address that part though of our society. But we have to. Okay? So I want the people them to stop think about superstition and some spirit fill him up and all these other things and took control of him, and somebody was had him under the influence, and I bet saying don't even know what happened or what he did. Hurt people, hurt people. The little youth fully aware of what he did. He's fully aware of what he did. The thing about it is, he's also fully aware of what was done to him that led him to do that. And that is where we need to step in for guard and safeguard the youth them and make sure that nothing like whatever happened to him happen to any more of the youths them, so we don't get that adverse reaction. Because that wasn't just action, that was a reaction to some other action that was done to that youth. Me not ask nobody. Then I had somebody come on and say, when children, a lot of black American children come to my office all the time and they're developmentally delayed, and when the parents come in I can see why, and it's because sometimes it has to do with drugs being used during procreation stages, drugs being used during developmental stages of pregnancy, first trimester, second trimester, them kind of thing there, and the child comes out. Okay, that is congenital, that is not learned behavior. Those are congenital defects. So you're born and you're not able to converse fast, pick up on things. You don't seem as intelligent as with it. You can't read at certain level. You're behind intellectually. Could have something to do with congenital defects. And the root cause of that a lot of the times could be from your mother used to smoke too much of something when you were, or drink too much of something while you were in the womb, and that has nothing to do with developmental delay as far as That has nothing to do with developmental delay as far as, or sorry, that has nothing to do with learned behavior. Sorry. That has to do with developmental delay due to, but not learned behavior. Learned behavior is after you come out of the womb, you come out, come see world. And as you're growing, things are happening around you. Children are like sponges. Haven't you ever heard that? And they soak up every single thing. Go around a baby that hasn't even started talking yet. And if you say the F word too many times, I bet you that could probably be the first word that child says. They soak up everything. And they also act out everything. If you want to know the truth about what's going on in a home, ask the child a couple questions when the adults from that household is not around. Children don't even know how to lie until they learn how to lie. All they know is to see stuff, emulate what they've seen, mimic behaviors, and repeat what they have witnessed. Or at least try to repeat what they have witnessed. Because nowadays some of the kids are seeing some things that their vocabulary is not big enough to explain what it is they are witnessing. But you can tell what's going on if you just listen to these children. Right? So let's come away from all the superficial stuff. And yes, I'm aware that these things do happen. But in this particular case, I firmly believe that this was a case of a hurt person hurting someone else because they've been severely hurt to the point where it damaged his thought process, his cognition, and he did not know how to heal from that. And this was what we got as a result. It's SouFLoTV, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave your comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one as we seek to find some kind of answer as to why and how we can make sure this never happens again. Alright? I'm out. Peace.